Dear ladies and gentlemen, President of the Russian Federation, Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin.
Добрый день. Спасибо большое. Спасибо, благодарю вас. Спасибо.
Dear Sergei Semenovich, dear friends, traditionally, we celebrate Moscow Day in early autumn, and I sincerely congratulate you on the holiday of Muscovites. Not only Muscovites, but all those who sincerely love our capital and consider it one of the best cities on the planet. I completely agree with this assessment, and it really is. For millions of people, she embodies the fate and historical mission of Russia as a civilizational state, a city with a glorious history, great spiritual, cultural, military and labor traditions. Today, it is the flagship of the progressive, confident movement forward of the whole of Russia, strengthening our sovereign and strong state. The capital ranks second in the world among the largest urban economies, confidently heading for the future, laying a solid foundation for our success for years and decades to come. I remember well how Sergei Semenovich offered Moscow's help in reviving the Russian space industry. It was quite recently, several years ago. Now, thanks to the efforts of the capital's architects, builders, and the Roscosmos State Corporation, the National Space Center has been built in Moscow. Now we'll go with Sergei Semyonovich and see what he looks like. This is the real headquarters of the Russian Space Administration, an established engineering and technical complex that links science, education and production together. And, of course, it strengthens Moscow's role, the country's most important platform for accelerated technological, industrial and scientific development. The main task now is to make full use of the capabilities of the new space center and the entire infrastructure of the capital to help realize the bold, daring plans of the younger generation of researchers and engineers, and to join forces with companies, universities and enterprises not only in Moscow, but also from other regions. In short, we must do everything to ensure that Russia remains one of the leaders in space exploration and development, and in creating solutions for other industries, including those that are just emerging in the 21st century. In this regard, it is important that innovations in the capital are tested in real conditions, which opens a fast path to the use of advanced products in the urban economy and transport, education and healthcare. You and I know very well that we have always had this problem. We invented something, talked about something, described something, and then waited decades for implementation. And these implementations appeared somewhere abroad. We are well aware of this from school. Thank God. Things are different in Moscow. Implementation is happening quickly in Moscow, which is encouraging. Thank you, Sergei Semyonovich. Thus, the significant potential of digital and medical technologies has been used as part of the completed reconstruction of 343 children's and adult polyclinics in all districts of the capital, as well as to equip dozens of hospital buildings, including the new street, Vladimir Children's Hospital Complex, which opened today. Another significant area is the formation of an unmanned systems economy in the capital in the full sense of the word. Autonomous solutions in taxis, logistics, day-to-day services, for monitoring safety on water, on construction sites, for fighting fires, and for cleaning territories are being actively tested in Moscow. Moreover, new technologies run on domestic software. I would like to add that over the past 6 years, the Muscovite sector has more than quadrupled. Can you imagine? It has quadrupled in 6 years. That is, it has increased by about 80 to 85% annually. It's just great. An excellent indicator. Moscow is moving from experimentation to the widespread use of autonomous transport. Just a few days ago, after 2 years of testing, Russia's first unmanned trams entered regular routes. Automation of the subway will be the next step. It is important that, hand in hand with technical modernization, there is an active construction of new metro lines and stations. For more stations of the Troitskaya line are open today. The construction of the Rubly-Ovo-Arkhangelsk and Biryalevskaya metro lines continues, which will significantly improve transport accessibility for 2 million Muscovites and residents of the Moscow region. Of course, I know that colleagues from other regions will listen and say, of course, he has the most money there in Russia. There is always a shortage of money everywhere, no matter how much there is, but the household is big, and there is always a shortage of money. It's a matter of choosing priorities, and the team of the current mayor of Moscow manages to choose the most important thing. They focus on it and achieve results. The foundation of the capital's progressive movement is laid back in school. Therefore, it is natural that the creation of conditions for the harmonious, comprehensive development of children and the preservation of their health is in the center of special attention of the Moscow government. This year, a large-scale reconstruction of school buildings has begun. As part of this program, modern gyms and outdoor playgrounds, educational laboratories, and classes will be created. It's about creating a fundamentally new, modern educational environment for Moscow schoolchildren and teachers. In order to improve the quality of teaching mathematics and knowledge about the world around us, new training courses have been introduced in Moscow schools since September. They will help children in elementary grades to learn to explore and experiment, develop logical thinking, and solve non-standard tasks. In education, as in the field of culture and art, Moscow implements really serious, significant projects. They are designed to become a source of best practices for the whole country, to serve the tasks of education and enlightenment, strengthening the sovereign worldview, promoting our traditions and values. A world-class film cluster is being consistently formed, which is designed to accelerate the development of the entire national cinema. The facilities of the Moschino Film Park are being built and put into operation, and the revival of the historical Gorky Film Studio will soon be completed. Exhibitions, lectures, concerts, festivals, and sporting events are becoming an integral part of the daily lives of all generations of Muscovites. Together with businesses, enterprises of creative and creative industries, Moscow creates a special, unique atmosphere and mood in the city, a city where you want to live, study, work, and have your own business. Be proud of the past and confidently move forward with the whole of Russia. Dear friends, in the cultural and moral code of Muscovites and our entire multinational people, there is a sense of high responsibility for the fate of the motherland, a willingness to always come to the rescue and lend a shoulder. This is reflected in the widespread development of charity and philanthropy in the capital, the volunteer movement, and, of course, in the support of our armed forces. Tens of thousands of Muscovites are fighting valiantly on the front line, and as has happened more than once in history, Moscow has become a strong rear of the Russian army. More than 500 Moscow enterprises ensure the production of critical products for the front. The injured servicemen are undergoing treatment and rehabilitation in the capital's hospitals. Hundreds of Moscow specialist doctors, special services workers, builders, managers provide daily assistance to residents of Donbass and Novorossiya. I would like to thank the Muscovites for their contribution to our common just and righteous struggle. and for their willingness to fight and work for the fatherland. It is the will and energy of the people that allow the capital to compete with the largest cities in the world, create technologies of the 21st century, transform the city, the capital streets and neighborhoods, and successfully solve social problems. I am convinced that Moscow has every opportunity to reach qualitatively new frontiers and ensure confident, consistent and long-term development. I am convinced that this is exactly what will happen. I sincerely wish the residents of the capital great achievements, victories, health and optimism. And I wish Moscow Mayor Sergei Sobyanin and his creative, motivated team to set new goals and achieve even more ambitious goals for the benefit of Moscow and our great motherland. Happy holidays, dear Muscovites. Happy City Day, capital. Thank you.